You had to change of rider here?
Yeah, well, Gavin hurt himself. Unfortunately, he couldn't ride him today, but he'll get on him next start, I hope. And yeah, it wasn't probably the best ride, but what could he do from 18?
Yeah. Well, up to the mile, did you have any doubts about him getting that?
No, well, he's a good horse, you know, and good horses can do anything. He's won from 1,000 to a mile, and I wouldn't even mind trying him a bit further later on. But anyway,
What's to come by him, Les?
A bit lucky. A bloke called Shane Goodrum had the horse in Bundaberg, and the owner wanted him to race in Brisbane, and Stan Johnson, actually, Craig Lee recommended that I took the horse, and yeah, the rest is history.
Les, you've trained Miles, isn't it, where you mainly...
I was at Miles, Larry. I've been in Eagle Farm now for 9 months, and yeah, we're slowly bringing the team up. We started there with 10, and we've got 35 now, and hopefully we can get up to 50.
Well, you're going to get there very quick if you keep doing that. Good on you, Les.
No worries. Thanks, Larry.
Yes, he certainly puts the miles in, Les. Brendan, he was based out there, and of course he used to travel his horses into the city, and he had a lot of success. But of course, as he said, he's based in Brisbane now, got a big stable there, and of course with Smart Chariot, I was one. I thought the 18 Alley would test him out. However, he's just too good for him.
It's an amazing story. Bush Boy done good, isn't it, Larry? And when you look at the number of kilometres he does, we're getting some news through from the Sunshine Coast. It's 1:35.08, so again they've run fast time. I'm not sure how many 100,000 kilometres that Les Ross does a year, but it's quite a few. 2, 4, and third to be confirmed. Okay, so it was called across the line as this 19, but it's the 16, folks. So 2, 4, 16, note. So it's not quite the blowout result that it was when called across the line. So it was Lady with the Lamp, Narissa Cowell, Cerise with White Hoops that 16 was third. Yeah, 16, not 19, tapped to it. Colours a little similar. And it's 2, 4, 16. Now, interim dividends we should be able to confirm as Craig Williams returns after winning the $40,000 feature very, very soon. So we'll have those tote details as soon as we can. Okay, Lady with the Lamp in third position, time 1:35.08. Okay, let's focus our attention on Cheltenham, where they head around towards the start. We've heard from Justin Potter, S21, Palladium Star. Tip late mail numbers you have at Rose Hill. They are 5, 2, 8 and 3. For the Winter Cup, let's head trackside for A6.
And the Winter Cup, as our home audience joins us, just commenting on Johnny Reb, the favourites rider, Mark de Montfort, having won the Cup back in 1979 on Lady Christopher, and the second pick and stablemate Power of Pegasus, Jimmy Cassidy aboard. Jim won the Cup in 1985 on Gold Sabre. So it's 410 190, number 5 Johnny Reb on Tab Limited, $572 for 2 Power of Pegasus. Line filling well. Previous Dashiki number 4 Corey Brown beat 3 Azrak, 6 Bringing Joy and 2 ran 4th. Other winners today: Gahila Baby, Hello Pamela, Presently, and East West Success. This is the 6th out of Rosehill, the Japan Racing Association Winter Cup, 2,400 metres. It's a listed race worth $70,000 in overall prize money. And all tanked up, who if circumstances permit will be ridden a little closer to the lead. And the roughie is coming into the gates now, all tanked up. He completes the line, and they'll soon be off and racing. Starter goes onto his stand, presses the button, and they're off. Priscilla, one of the best to bounce. Johnny Reb, the favourite, came out quickly. In third position is Paestum, followed by Charmers, and then DeMiro, Outlaws, and all tanked up wider out. And then majestically blazing out, followed by Power of Pegasus, Asia being second last, and Absolute Call Me Lily. Johnny Reb in front, at the judge a lap to go, and the Cup about a length on DeMiro. All tanked up as Via the Cape, and then Priscilla. Paestum on the rails, a little wide as they turn out of the straight, Outlaws, and then Charmers. About 3 lengths further back back Blazing Arch, 2.5 Majestically, after a length under Power of Pegasus. Second last is Asia, and 1.5 to Call Me Lily. DeMiro goes to the front now as they work their way to the 1700, and DeMiro to the 1600 now, opens up 2.5 lengths on Johnny Reb. All tanked up running in the third posse, and 2 lengths Priscilla on the outside of Paestum, and then Outlaws a length and a half to Charmers, Bernadette Cooper's ride, followed by Majestically on its inside Blazing Arch, then Power of Pegasus. They really string out now. Second last is Asia, and about 2 lengths further off Call Me Lily. Must be 25 lengths between first and last as they race to the halfway at the 1200 marker now, and DeMiro is the pilot. About 3 lengths or so on Johnny Reb. 5 away, all tanked up. 3/4 Priscilla. A length and 3/4 then to Paestum, followed by Outlaws. A length and a half to Blazing Arch on the inside of Charmers, and 2 Majestically. A neck the inside is Asia. Power of Pegasus being second last, and Call Me Lily brings up the rear. They work to the side in the JRA Winter Cup, and the field is bunching a trifle now at the 800, and DeMiro a length and a half the favourite Johnny Reb. 2 lengths Priscilla, and all tanked up, and then Outlaws followed by Paestum. A length and 3/4 Charmers, Blazing Arch followed well back by Asia, and then it's stablemate Majestically. Power of Pegasus one behind him, and that is Call Me Lily to the turn. 500 metres to go on the Waterhouse train. DeMiro is the leader. A length on Johnny Reb, getting closer. Priscilla third. All tanked up is fourth, and a length and a half to Outlaws, and then Paestum, and the others headed by Asia and Charmers. Plenty of hopes here. 300 to go, and Outlaws sprinting up very quickly, and it's Outlaws at the 220, racing clear. Paestum second. DeMiro's given up the ghost to then Call Me Lily, but it's Outlaws the leader. Corey Brown riding like a man inspired, and here's 3 for Corey today as Outlaws wins the JRA Winter Cup from Paestum and Call Me Lily. And then came Asia, Priscilla, DeMiro, Charmers, Power of Pegasus, followed by Blazing Arch, all tanked up, and then Majestically, and Johnny Reb knocked right up and finished at the tail of the field.
John Hawkes and Corey Brown combined. Hawksy bringing up a winning double, and Corey Brown a winning treble on the card at Rosehill Gardens today. Corey's first win was for Bruce McLaughlin. His next 2 have been for trainer John Hawkes, and the son of Brocco and the former good staying mare Balmoressa collects the cash, coming off her third behind Hebe Rebe. Fourth to be confirmed in the 6th race on the card at Rosehill Gardens. Heading out at Flemington, the market looks this way as we head off for this short break. You're watching Sky.
Eliza Park.
Ready to go. Lights flash. Racing in the final. Gypsy Lad began okay towards the inside with Eric and Mrs. Tendulkar. Oliver Beer jumped away swiftly today. Spring Warrior from the outside barrier zoomed across the field and found the lead after 200. So it's Spring Warrior going out by 3, Oliver Beer. 2 lengths away, Bush Padre third, and they're followed by Foreign Affair, trailed by Eric. Gypsy Lad got into trouble, lost ground sharply. Chiming Door and Callandoon went around him, and then came Captivator, Wonder Runs to win. A length then to Little Dozer, a length and a half further back as Storm Attack, Mrs. Tendulkar, the Big Ask, Classic Ben Barra, and Lord Mick is last in a strung out field. A fast run race by the 1,000 metres. Spring Warrior the leader, Bush Padre strode up on the outside, a neck away. 2 lengths Oliver Beer, 3 lengths Foreign Affair. Chiming Door in 5th place, the outside. Callandoon is wide, and then Captivator. Eric down on the inside in the green and purple colours, a length and a half then to Gypsy Lad on the inside of Runs to Win. Then Little Dozer, Storm Attack the favourite, taken to the outside of him. The Big Ask is following Storm Attack, and then Lord Mick trailed by Classic Ben Barra and Mrs. Tendulkar. They've bunched a little coming around the home turn. Spring Warrior led narrowly from Bush Padre. Foreign Affair followed the leader. Then Oliver Beer, the baldy face, Callandoon wider out from Captivator, Runs to Win. Eric through on the inside, so is following it through Classic Ben Barra. Storm Attack's under a lot of pressure on the outside, and the Big Ask and Lord Mick are the widest runners. Oliver Beer hit the lead at the 200. Runs to Win claimed him quickly. Storm Attack's now hitting top gear. The Big Ask is coming with him. Runs to Win sprinted clear at the 100-metre mark from Storm Attack. Little Dozer, the Big Ask and Oliver Beer. The Big Ask is flying home with Little Dozer. They hit it. Little Dozer might have wanted a nose to the Big Ask and a close go. Storm Attack and runs to winner right there. Runs to win, just folding up in the last little bit of the race. Then Chiming Door and Oliver Beer was close up there. They were trailed by Captivator Classic, Ben Barra, Gypsy Lad, trailed further back then by Bush Padre, Foreign Affair and Eric, and then came Spring Warrior. Well back in the field is Lord Mick towards the end, and also Mrs. Tendulkar.
Well, the cameraman's favouring the Big Ask, but as Little Dozer poked through on the inside. Now, here's the photo. The outside's got it, the Big Ask. The Big Ask, Jason Patton, an impressive horse out of Boardwalk Angel. Second, so 5.30 for the winner. And 2.20 the place. Jason Patton and Mike Moroney combined to win the Winter Championship final. Little Dozer's prominent. Little Dozer's there on the inside with the red cap. They're coming from everywhere in this year's Winter Championship final. What a great race and a great call, Greg Miles. 5.30 is the winning return. Little Dozer's got second, number 2 at 3.30. Storm Attack at $1.70. Fourth to be confirmed. So as we picked them up...
Peak, but on his Stradbroke run, he's right in this race.
Yeah, he's a very good performer on his day, Larry. He's won 2 Group 3s in Melbourne over the Spring Carnival, and he's got a difficult task from his barrier. I think he comes from the extreme outside now. But if the track is in any way suiting the sweepers at that stage of the program, I think he's got to be considered anyway.
And of course, into the main race, the Caloundra Cup Lottery Prize. It is a good ride.
Yeah, he's a horse that's been racing particularly well. We've had a lot of luck. He came from well back for fourth in the Tattersalls Cup behind Captain Test at his last start. Ran third in the Derby here as a 3-year-old. He's got barrier 1 today. Might seem a little bit closer in the run. And if he can have luck in running from the 600 metres onwards, on his recent runs, you'd expect him to be in the finish.
And Bladus Bostock in the last. Well, you know, you've had a good record on him, but how's he going, mate?
I rode him. It was my first ride back since I came back from Hong Kong, Larry, and I thought he only just went. He ran 4th at Eagle Farm. He only just went on that occasion, but I think the softish track here could be in his favour. He's got a fairly big weight to contend with, but they look like they'll go along. He'll be back in the field a bit, but if, as I said, if the track's anyway suiting sweepers, he'll be entitled to be favourite.
Mate, you got 3 nice rides there. Anyone you care to pick out, put in front?
Oh, I think if Vladivostok's on his game, he'll be very hard to beat, I think.
Okay, mate.
Thanks, Larry.
Okay, Michael Carl, he's going for Bladus Bostock in the last, but I certainly hope the Lottery Prize gets there in the cup for him.
Good one. But those that backed it have got the money. Kelchek goes in the favourite, showing at 3.40, and they're set for a start now. Race 6. All set. Ready. Signal given. Off they go. And filming missed it by a length or so. La Vida, one of the first out. Powderburn away smartly. Let's Romance on the inside, driving up to join the lead with Zakuska. Behind those runners, deep out Models working forward, followed by Zariba. Over on the inside there comes Smooth Enchanter. Kelchek caught a little bit deep, followed by Victorix. Terranora inside it. Well back then comes at the head of the others would have been Polar Queen with filming. And on the inside, Jasper Zen inside the 1,000. La Vida with Zakuska. And over on the outside, Models making a line of 3-2 to Powderburn. On the inside, Let's Romance 2.5 further back then comes Smooth Enchanter, followed by Narita and Kelchek. 2.5 again, Terranora. Back with it was Victorix, who's a long way back on the turn. Filming to the outside, followed by Jasper Zen and Polar Queen. 600 metres out on the corner, and Models, despite being deep, is now crossed and leads. From Zakuska on the outside, La Vida. Inside those, Smooth Enchanter. Now Kelchek is starting to make ground with Powderburn. Over on the inside, Let's Romance, and further back, Jasper Zen, and down the outside, Filming looks to be struggling. Kelchek out after the leaders at the 300 metres. On the inside, it's just in front here, Models. Kelchek going to it. Powderburn going up in the centre, and Narita on the outside. Kelchek took the lead. They're coming left, right and centre. Narita, Powderburn, Kelchek. Powderburn on the inside, and Narita. Kelchek joined by Powderburn. Powderburn the inside. Kicking again, Kelchek. It's lifting. They hit the line. Heads up, heads down. Powderburn and Kelchek. Nothing in it. Third was Narita. Then came the next would have been Victorix. Behind those, Polar Queen, Terranora. La Vida did nothing, followed in by Smooth Enchanter. Jasper Zen, Models knocked up with Let's Romance. Well back was Filming last of all, and Zakuska in front a bit.
Tight go here. 2 Kelchek, 360 and 160. Number 8 Powderburn, 1130, 270. 7 Narita for third, 250.
Now the meeting at Kembla called off. We'll go to Matthew and just a tick.
To it and headed it. And it'll win. Powderburn on the inside. Number 8, Powderburn gets it by a nostril. Number 8, Powderburn, Reese McLeod. Number 2, Kelcheck, Nashua-Willa. Number 7, Third Narita, ridden by Darren Gauci. 8, 2 and 7. 8, 2, 7.
All right, 8, 2, 7. The number's correct, Wade Brisbane. Let's go to Kembla. Here's Matthew.
Big news coming through, Les. A couple of the jockeys, a couple of senior jockeys after race number 5 expressed concern that the race, the actual track was unsafe to ride due to the wind. We're receiving some real gale force winds here at Kembla today. It's wild, I can tell you that. One of the signs at the home corner actually fell down very close to the runners in the previous race. All of the jockeys were interviewed. 95% of them agreed it was unsafe to ride due to the wind, and the meeting has been postponed. So Kembla Grange, races 6, 7 and 8 have been called off. Postponed the meeting. It's up to the club if they want to abandon the program or not, but races 6, 7 and 8 at Kembla Grange have been postponed.
You can go home, Matthew. Early mark.
I can.
Now at Flemington, it's 8, 2, 7 and 4. Powderburn, 11.30, 272. Kelcheck, 160. And 7 Narita, third, 250. Quinella, 26.50. Exacta, 74.90. Trifecta, 411.30. The first 4, 8, 2, 7 and 4, $3,930.90. The double 5 at 8, $89.70 with a special dividend of $5.10.
Now, race number 6 from the Sunshine Coast, it goes at 3.20. Taking a look at the market there. Number 1, Fritz, 13 and 5. 2, Scenic Peak, 17 and 7. 3, Super Impressive, 20 and 7. 4, Federal Agent, 18 and 4. 5, Hot Riff, 8.80, 260. 6, Ken Con Khan, 15 and 4. Number 7, Marbuz, 10 and 4, 30. Number 8, Alpine Express, 32 and 9. Number 9, Fate Gallant, 37 and 10. 10, Palladium Star, 9 even, 350. 11, Stormy Lodge, 31 and 8. Number 12, The Kildare Kid, 21 and 6. 13, Kapuna, 29 and 10. 14, Outbreak, 36 and 7. 15, Finnegan, $3.80, $1.50. It is the favourite. 16, Yalla Stinger, 99 and 28. Number 17, Poking Around, 31 and 10. Number 18, Huge Year, 59 and 16. 19, Keffel, 90 and 22. And number 20, Major Victory, 37 and 8. 21 is out. Favourite is 15. Tips are 10, 2, 3 and 5.
Openers, race 7 at Rose Hill. Thorns opens 5.50 a win. Impregnable, 32. 4, Verino is 155. Manelli, 33. 6, Knickerbocker Kid is 13. Equal favourites of Bulletproof Billy, 441.50, and Midnight Avenue, 440 and 170. Via Joe is...
Well, once again, the putter getting him out of trouble.
The Grange, the remainder of the meeting has been abandoned. Races 6, 7 and 8 have been abandoned. So gale force winds. Have a look at the palm trees copping a buffeting south of Sydney. Okay, to an area more. Look at the sign. The Cheesecake Shop's copped a battering. A few chunks taken out of that Cheesecake Shop sign. As we focus on the Sunshine Coast, we're approaching the first of our big features from there. Lovely placid conditions. 3 minutes of betting time remaining. And let's look at this full market. Any sign of tote moves? Not too many. Hot Riff enjoys support, the top rater. And speaking of ratings, if you followed the ratings in that last at Flemington, the ratings had them 1, 8, 2 and 7. And 8, 2, 7 is how they crossed the line. And also Alf Matthews helping us out. And a big trifecta, $400 plus. Finnegan is being well tried on course. Well tried to win. Now, Flemington, the correct weight has gone through. The totes are starting to pay as we take this break.
Equine greatness, racing history, a special horse. Collinggrove's sire sensation Favourite Trick is all that and more.
Here is an undefeated champion.
Favourite Trick was undefeated as a juvenile. Just the first 2-year-old to be named US Horse of the Year since Secretariat.
At the line, it is all Favourite Trick.
Favourite Trick joins the Collinggrove lineup, offering 2-year-old brilliance and is one of the all-time greats of US racing.
Correct weight we have at Flemington, Powderburn from Keljack and Narita, Victorix fourth. Those first four players, $3,930.90, tote New South Wales, 8, 2, 7 and 4. And those ratings in the race went 1, 8, 2 and 7, so hopefully they've helped you out. Otherwise, Alpha's included all those three in his late mail selections. Now in this race, Wayne Wilson's tipped Palladium Star the 10 to win. Larry's made his first late mail special of the day, number 15, Finnegan. It's been well tried on course. The ratings were keen on Hot Riff to win, ahead of Kapuna, Finnegan and Marbuz, a pickup ride for Trudy Thornton. First of our big races from the Sunshine Coast, first time over 1,400 metres. Your caller is Wayne Wilson.
It's in line. Federal Agent stands well. Kapuna's moving up into the gates. Ken Konkani about to take up his position. A great starting point, the 1,400 here at Corbell Park. They start in a chute and run some 200 metres before they link up with the course proper and continue in a straight direction until they get to the half mile. They continue to that. Poking around is moving in. Now Major Victory goes up into 9.
Now let's have a look at the extra double approximates for Flemington, the winner of the first leg.
Fate Get On about to go in, and Stormy Lodge joining them. Ken Konkani is moving up into the gate. Super impressive at Outbreak about to go in. Yellow Stinger, the Kildare Kid, Scenic Peak. He's widely drawn here, still back behind them. Yellow Stinger with the Calming Blanket. He and Major Victory race with these relaxation rugs on. They're actually rugged. They go into the barrier and they slip from the rug as they jump out. Fate Gadant about to take up her position. Federal Agent is in. Huge Years in line. Super impressive. Going up towards his spot. He's likely to get back, but he will come charging down the outside in the straight if he runs to his normal pattern. Careful moving in. Now here is Fate Gadant moving up into the stores. And Outbreak about to go in. Alpine Express. We have about 5 out of line. Alpine Express, Scenic Peak. They haven't been loaded as yet. Massive support riding in for 15 Finnegan. He is at $4.20 and $1.80 on the TAB, but he has been very heavily backed. He is the favourite, and a good rally of support now for Hot Riff late in the piece. Initially, they wanted to get her out in the betting when the money was rolling in for Finnegan, but now a wave of support is there for Hot Riff, and then Marbuz is on the next line of betting with Palladium Star. But Finnegan is the best back runner. Now, Fate Get On, a little hesitant about going in. Fritz is in line. Great performance in the 4X Guineas this afternoon by Smart Chariot, ridden by Craig Williams. Fate Get On moves in. Alpine Express and Palladium Star, they go up into the gates. 3 delayed, Scenic Peak and Yellow Stinger, the Kildare Kid. Yellow Stinger moves in, Scenic Peak going forward. And the Kildare Kid will be the last to move into the stores. We're close to a start now for the Glasshouse Handicap, this year presented by the Queensland Pine Company, presenting Furniture in the Roar. And they're set to go. Wait for the Kildare Kid. He's the only one out of line. Oh, Scenic Peak. He's widely drawn, Scenic Peak. I just couldn't pick him up because of the positioning of the stores. Yellow Stinger's getting a little dancy in the gates. Another attempt is made with Scenic Peak. He moves in. And now the Kildare Kid taking up his position. And they're ready to jump. Finnegan, 430, 180 now. 610 for Hot Riff. Stand by. Starter goes to the platform. They're ready. The great sprint race out of the Sunshine Coast, and they're racing. The Kildare Kid and Hot Riff both began nicely. Alpine Express going forward. Careful, showing good pace in the early stages. Stormy Lodge is kicking up hard on the inside. Huge Year and Caputa going to positions. Fritz is next. The Kildare Kid starting to drift back. Federal Agent Finnegan getting back with Marbuz. Going forward, Scenic Peak on the outside and making a dash to his Outbreak. Marbuz striking a little bit of trouble. Major Victory going past Marbuz, poking around Ken Konkani. Super impressive as well back with Palladium Star, Fate Gadant, and Yellow Stingers last of all. Keffel goes to the front. 800 metres to go. Keffel a length in front of Hot Riff. Stormy Lodge to third. The Kildare Kid running fourth. Followed then by Kapuna. Scenic Peak is off the track. He's moving up to be sixth on the outside, but he looks as though he's about 4 deep. Just behind them, Outbreak, Huge Year, Fritz and Major Victory. Then Alpine Express. Marbuz super impressive. Well back in the field. Palladium Star third last. Heading up for home now. 450 metres left to go. Keffel heads for the judge by 2 lengths on Stormy Lodge. Coming to the outside, the Kildare Kid and Hot Riff. Just behind them, Kapuna. Huge Year taking the shortcut. cuts. He's getting up on the inside. Fritz and Scenic Peak. Scenic Peak's winding up now. He's coming with a great charge right down the middle of the track. 200 metres to go. Oh, he dropped on them, Scenic Peak, and he's raced away. He looks as though he's home. Carl giving him a smack with the whip. He's about 5 lengths in front. Super impressive with a charge right down the outside, and then Palladium Star, but Scenic Peak bolted in. Scenic Peak by 5 lengths. Super impressive second. Palladium Star got third. Now in the photo for fourth, Outbreak and Finnegan. Huge year. Then poking around, Alpine Express. Yellow Stinger making up good ground. Careful Fate got on. Further back, the Kildare Kid, and then Fritz Kapuna. Well back in the field was Marbus, Federal Agent, and then Major Victory, Stormy Lodge. Hot Ref pulling up very quickly, and Ken Concarney, one of the last home.
The low angle will show Poetry in Motion with Scenic Peak, Dan Bagur and Michael Carl careering away after being beaten 3 lengths in the Group 1 Stradbroke, a recent trial place getter at Deagon. And Michael Carl back in Queensland and back in the winner's circle. Big run, you'll see, for Super impressive down the outside. The Lee Friedman prepared runner rocketing home, and third going the way of Palladium Star. Larry Olsen, one of Queensland's favourite young trainers, Dan Bagur in the winner's circle again.
Yes, Dan, you keep doing it.
Yeah, no, he's a very good horse, Larry, and had a bit of a tough run, but had cover, and he was too good in the end.
Well, is he the horse that we all forgot, particularly that he's drawn wide and, up in the waist there?
Well, he drew bad, but he's the sort of horse that likes to get out and get rolling. Same sort of run he had in the Yalambie last year in Melbourne. He was out 3 and 4 deep, but just keeps going. And his previous form during the winter was, whilst on paper looked bad, he's only been getting beat 3 lengths in Stradbrokes and 10,000, so it wasn't all that bad.
You've always had a fair rap on the horse all the way through. He just needed a bit of luck, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a very good horse, and just got a bit of luck today, which helped.
Yeah, Michael Carl suits him.
Yeah, suits him good.
Suits the other horse too. Well, what do you do with him now?
I'd say he'd probably have a break and get him ready to go to Melbourne with Falvel on now.
Good on you, Dan.
Thanks, Larry.
Okay. Well, he certainly did it, and he did it in style. Scenic Peak, he sort of got right away and got right over the top of them. 21 Alley just goes to show it's not stopping him on this course today, Brendan.
Larry, cast your mind back to the preview this morning with our caller today, Wayne Wilson. Can you remember his first 3 tips? Palladium Star, Scenic Peak and Super Impressive.
Is that right, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
do you know what that's paid? $1,700 odd.
1,700. Oh,
yes.
I thought it might have paid a bit better, but
We're
anyway.
just reminding our viewers what they missed this morning if they didn't follow Wayne's tips. That's a good value return.
Oh, you're not wrong. He had Palladium Star on top. He says, I'm either going to look really good or really bad. If the Palladium Star, well, he hit the line pretty hard at his last start, so... yeah, but anyway, Scenic Peak, good luck to him there. And, of course, you like Super Impressive coming into the race.
Yeah, it's good to see, and I understand Scenic Peak's stablemate, famed stablemate, Falvelon's up spelling at Stan Johnston's at the moment, so he'll come back well rested, Larry.
Yeah, well, Stan's had a fair input here today because the last winner, the Smart Chariot, I think Stan had a little bit to do with that, and particularly Les Ross getting the horse. It was through Stan's say-so, so... Stan plays a very big role in racing, particularly here in, the Sunshine Coast.
And the Sunshine State, particularly with Callaway Gal this year, Larry, foaling and rearing that Golden Slipper winner. There's Michael Carl returning, back from Hong Kong and back straight into the stakes winner circle. Look at the big crowd up in the bookmakers area at the Sunshine Coast. Great scenes, great... Now Cheltenham and the dividends, David Tootle to pay up 7-9-12, fourth going the way of number 8, which was Royal Tango, and first 4 results in a $15,738 dividend in New South Wales. Sunshine Coast, it is official. Scenic Peak, Super Impressive, Palladium Star, a $1,700 trifecta New South Wales. Well, if memory serves me correctly from the preview this morning, Ronnie, you put a lot of emphasis on the form from the pace setter stakes. Are you sticking that way for the late mail?
Yeah, I am, Brendan. I just think that Midnight Avenue Bulletproof Billy's run in the pace setter was excellent credentials for a race like this. Stormcat Academy form looks strong. I think Midnight Avenue may get the better luck from a better draw.